And good morning from Scotty, Ray, and Candace. As we get into a Tuesday morning, you doing good today?
I am.
So how many cups do you do in the morning?
Coffee?
Yeah. Unless you're doing some other kind of cups that I'm not aware of.
About two.
About two?
Yeah, about two. And then I usually have a to-go cup, so maybe 2.5, 3.
Okay,
I don't
that's
ever
how
finish
it
that second
starts.
cup.
Somebody that can't admit just how many they really do a day.
Well, I don't ever finish my second cup when I'm getting ready because I'm in a rush, so I end up just like heating it back up and putting it in my to-go cup.
But see, it never tastes right after you heat coffee up. Not to me, anyway.
Well, I mean, it's not like because I know people that will leave it in the coffee pot all day.
Ooh.
And when they go home, we'll heat it up.
No,
I
sir.
have tried that, which sounds nasty,
It
but
does.
it is awful.
No, I would not
It's
do
like
that.
eating the coffee grounds.
That's
or
like
something.
somebody that's extremely cheap that runs the coffee through the grains twice.
Oh, yeah.
I ain't doing none of that.
No. I've tried it. It's nasty.
No, I like my coffee hot, and if it's been on a burner for more than 3 hours, it ain't no good.
Yeah, it tastes burnt.
Because you've stopped at gas stations before,
Oh,
too.
I know. Yeah. That's what I'm saying. That kind of coffee is never as good as your coffee at home.
Never. Well, Halloween is coming up, and in just a little bit on our news portion, we'll tell you about some events that are going on in and around the area. But y'all have been busy in your little household, haven't you?
Yes, we have. Well, they have a pumpkin decorating contest at Lamar at Alden School. So we had to turn it in today. Actually, we had to turn it in. Yeah, we had to turn it in, and just getting it ready was just kind of a task because we were trying to do it at the last minute late.
Now, is it a grade, or do you get some candy?
It's a contest. I think they get the winner gets 2 days where they don't have to dress in their uniform. It's something like that,
okay.
like a little,
It is okay to show the
incentive.
picture of what y'all done, right?
Yeah, that's fine.
All right, this is Candace's pumpkin.
Yeah,
what was the
Alden's
theme
pumpkin.
of this before we throw it up there?
It was for this one.
Yeah.
Or you just could do any. They had a spooky section. It was 3 different categories: spookiest pumpkin, funniest pumpkin, and most creative.
Okay, well, this would fall under.
I would think most creative.
That's where I
would
was
think,
going.
So,
all right, everybody. Here's the great pumpkin.
Yeah.
What do you think?
It's supposed to be a dinosaur egg sitting on a nest.
I think that's pretty creative.
And
now.
he's cracking out of the egg.
What did you use the legs and stuff from?
It's a dinosaur we found at Walmart. It's just like a rubber dinosaur, and it's about this big. And so I just cut him up and hot glued him.
I thought the story was going to be we were down at the dump and I saw it. And you had to go and run the story. But that does look good.
Yeah, I just cut him up, and I had to do the gluing him on there because it's hot glue,
Right.
But he helped put the little grass in it, and he drew the little squiggly marks where he looks like he's cracking out of the egg and stuff. So he helped. And
so does he eat dog food? I just couldn't help but notice that.
No.
Okay.
That's in the background. We have the puppies, so we have the puppy food.
Yeah, but that was real good.
Yeah, I thought
luck.
it turned out cute. So
yeah, my pumpkin never looked that good.
Actually, that's the picture that I had to took another picture. We added some little orange, little flowery looking things too in it. But anyway, it turned out cute.
Well, there you go. That's the pumpkin to outdo this year, y'all. Coming up, I'm going to tell you about this Zeta. Zeta, let me rephrase that. Don't discount this storm. We're going to get some rain and stuff from this, and I'm going to tell you about that next here. So stay close, don't go off, and we'll be back with some local and also some national stories coming up right here with Scotty, Ray, and Candace. Always a great deal going on at the Piggly Wiggly of Collinsville, and this week is no different. Great specials on yellow onions. You can get that 3-pound bag for $1. You can also get those bacon potatoes. They taste great. And of course, sweet potatoes, 59 cents a pound. You can take advantage of the cornmeal or the self-rising flour, the Piggly Wiggly brand. You can get that 5-pound bag for $1.59. A bargain indeed on that. Saltine crackers for only 89 cents a pound. A box, a pound. I'm stuck on that word, aren't I? Also, you can go to assorted Coca-Cola products for $9. You can get the Mosby sausage, the 5-pound pack, for $16.99. You can get those pork Boston butts, $1.19 a pound. Tongue-tied today, aren't I? As we go on through this, of some great prices on boneless pork loin for $1.39 a pound. The Mayfield butter pecan, 2 for $5. That ice cream tastes great, the 48-ounce package there. Also, you can get the drinking water, the Piggly Wiggly Spring or Purified Water Pack, 4 for $10. That's just some of the deals that are going on at the Piggly Wiggly of Collinsville this week. And I also ask that you keep Joe and his family in your prayers as you go about your ways today. A loss in the family. We'll talk more about that later in the week, but do keep them in your thoughts. A very rough time for them at this point. So keep them in your prayers. Great people, and we have to lift them up in their time of need, I think is the way to word that this morning. Well, as we start focusing on weather, and boy, let's do that, and weather is next.
Your forecast is brought to you by EMEPA, your Touchstone Energy Cooperative.
And as we turn to this forecast, it's a tough one there of what we've got. Let's first go into what the National Weather Service tells us for today, and then we'll work up to Hurricane Zeta, who went across Mexico and is fixing to come back out as a Category 1 again. As we take a look at this, today we have a 50% chance of showers. Expect that to happen today. Our high is going to be 82, but we won't get those showers until late, after 3 o'clock this afternoon. We will increase to a 70% chance of rain tonight. Possibility of thunderstorms, low around 68 by tomorrow. We have an 80% chance of rain. Gust moves in up to 20 miles an hour. Tomorrow night is when we'll get the worst of the worst weather. 80% chance of rain, thunderstorms by 1 a.m. and around in there. Low around 66. We could get up to 2 inches of rain tomorrow night. East wind 10 to 20 miles an hour with gust up to 30 miles an hour. And by Thursday, we're down to a 40% chance of rain. So we've got some rougher weather coming. Do not count this storm out as, oh, well, it's not going to be doing anything. A little turn, it could be worse here than what we've got forecasted on that. As we look at the national average, the temperature is just going to kind of stay normal of where we are for the next 10 days. As we look at the storm predictions for today, our area is dead in the center of this. So we'll watch this all across the south through Texas, Alabama. We'll dig deeper into the map in just a moment. As we come across Hurricane Zeta, she is right there at Mexico and will come out as a 1 here in a little while, doing damage all through that area during these overnight hours. As we look at the storm track, we've got warnings and watches that are out now. This will go on out through the Virginia area and go back out to sea. We'll zoom in and see it a little bit closer here on our radar. As we look at the wind force here, our area there, because you can see up to 30 miles an hour in our area right there. So, as I said, don't discount this as, oh, well, if you've got tree limbs, anything that's near your home, be prepared with this. This is rainfall amounts that we're expecting on this. We'll get a good bit there. Not as much as some further to the south, but for our area, we're going to get a good bit of rain with this. Only thing missing on this map is we've also got Wayne County now under this tropical storm warning also. We'll pull that up here in just a moment on the radar so you can get a closer look at it. And don't forget, I've said this several times, if you've got time this week, drop into Hooper's and pick yourself up a weather radio. If you do not have one of these to warn in your home when weather breaks out, this is perfect no matter the time it goes off, and it will wake you up. It's loud. There's no other way, but it's meant to do that because when weather turns bad, you need to be aware of it and be able to get up and get out of the house or go to your safe place, however you want to call that. All right, let's pull up our radar this morning and take a look at where we are, what's going on with this. All right, as we pull this up, this is where it is just to the northwest of Cancun. It's going to come out by 1 o'clock this afternoon, be back as a Category 1 with 75-mile-an-hour winds. We track this as it gets back into the Gulf and will come ashore late Wednesday afternoon. Down here at New Orleans is what we're looking at. And if you were to get the exact spot at this point around Leeville, Louisiana, it's going to skirt just to the east of New Orleans. Chalmette is here. It's going to be east of there. And then come on into Mississippi, about right here. And the name of that little town is Ansley, Mississippi. Now, it'll track. I want you to look at this. In the past, up in here is as far as we've got any of these tropical storm watches or warning. Here's Meridian right here. Now, we are on the outskirts of the storm. It only takes a little twist either way for Meridian to get worse. This is Clark County, and this is Wayne County, or Waynesboro. Waynesboro is under a tropical storm warning. If this were to shift just a little bit, this would make it very, very bad for Clark and Lauderdale County. Now, this is Jones County. Laurel area, and then this is Hattiesburg, this is Forest. All of these are under tropical storm warnings, and this is as close as we've gotten a warning right to the meridian. That's nowhere from us, a few miles, which is going to make the rain, and we're also going to get heavier winds with this from this storm. This will be worse than what we've gotten all these other storms that have come through. Again, it could twist a little bit further to the east and take that off of us, but if it goes just a little bit to the west, expect all of this to come right on up near us there. Lisbon, Alabama, y'all are also under that tropical storm warning as well. Then you get into tropical storm watches the further you go over into Alabama. But we're really close here. See, as you can tell there, that butts up to Lauderdale County as well. So keep this in mind. Do not underestimate this. We don't know everything that this storm is going to do. Once it hits that water and comes back out, it can twist and turn a little bit there and make it a little bit worse for the Meridian area. So we're not out of the woods. As we go back here, and let's look at this, as I said I would pull this up to those storm predictions for today. Let's turn that off. All of this area here, from Oklahoma City down to Dallas, Austin, Houston area, across Louisiana, all of Mississippi, all of Alabama, and all of Georgia, down to Miami is under this prediction of storms today. So it could be some rain and things that come up today. Again, our chances of this are late in the afternoon. As we look out here to our west here, just look north of northwest of Dallas, Abilene, all of the snow that they're getting out in this area. Midland, Texas, very cold. Odessa, I know you've had a friend or two that's worked in that area in the oil field. So that's where we are with storms today. It's something to watch. I'll have updates as it comes across. Very dangerous storm, and I had thought, hopefully, or we had all wished, I think, that the storms were over for the year when it comes to hurricane. This goes on to the end of November. November 30th is the cutoff for these. There are chances of tornadoes on Wednesday night from this. I'll be here all night long should something happen to break in and give you street-by-street coverage. That and so much more all coming up here at Scotty Ray's Weather.
During these challenging times, there are some things that you can count on every day. One of them is that Rick Justice Automotive will work hard to help you find just the right vehicle. Rick Justice has late model, low mileage vehicles and 72-month, 72,000-mile warranties available on all vehicles. Come see us today, and we'll show you how we've been helping your friends and relatives find the car, truck, or SUV that was right for them. We will earn your business.
And welcome back with Scotty Ray and Candace. As we roll through this Tuesday morning, it almost feels like a holiday, almost.
Yeah, almost. I mean, I hope it's nice for the kids to trick or treat this weekend. So I know we're supposed to get rain. But.
Don't forget, the clock's back Saturday night before you go to bed. Mm-hmm. Or you'll be like real late for everything that you go to do.
Yeah, I don't need any help in that category.
It just kind of happens naturally.
Yeah.
Well, as we start looking at events that are going on, this is going on this afternoon, if I'm not mistaken, here at Dumont Plaza. Mm-hmm. The Candy Crawl. Have you ever been to that before?
I've not been to that, but I know people who've gone to it, and they say it's really neat for the kids. So
starts at 4:30, runs through 6 o'clock this afternoon. Food, music, a little bit of everything there. The Candy Crawl. It's for 12 and under, who are accompanied by a parent or guardian. So don't just drop the kid off. Stay with them. Enjoy it.
Oh, yeah. I think it'd be great, though, for kids, because really not knowing what you're going to get to do on Halloween. I mean, it'd be something good for them to do.
And then coming up Thursday, a couple of days from now, Mississippi Highway Patrol will also be doing a trunk or treat. Mm-hmm. You ever been through that? I've seen people go out there before. Not
there, I haven't. But we've been to a trunk or treat, like at the church and places. And that's pretty neat, because I think they usually, I don't know how they do it. I would think they would probably decorate the cars. I'm not sure, though. But at the church, they decorated each car.
Oh, cute.
And so it was cute,
But it'll be Thursday night, 6 to 8 out of Mississippi Highway Patrol on top of the big hill there, where there's no trees. It's not narrow. You ever notice that?
It's a lot of room up there, so they ought to have a good
But you can see a country mile from that hill up there.
Oh, I know. It is.
As we move forward to other things, the coronavirus, that's still big talk in the state of Mississippi.
It is.
And one-term Tate is back with adding more counties. He's added 7 counties to the COVID restriction, and that includes Harrison, Madison, Marshall, Jones, Carroll, Leake, and Benton. Of course, the closest to us would be Jones County around Hattiesburg area.
Yeah.
Well, as Mississippi makes national headlines again, if we do it right, Candace.
That's right. I
And
mean,
this is,
but not this way. You don't want to make
oh
them
my
like
gosh.
this, you know.
This is horrible. This is in Greenwood, Mississippi. 10 people were shot, 2 are dead after a funeral.
You know, this is the second time I've heard of. I don't know where was the other
Jackson.
one. Okay, yeah,
At the
second
funeral
time.
home.
Okay, people are just
Now, the
crazy
2 people
everywhere. I
that
guess.
died were relatives of somebody who passed away, and they were in from Chicago. It was a brother and a sister, I think. And brother and sister, and they were killed in this. No one's been arrested, and they don't know why.
Yeah,
But it was the gathering after the funeral. That's horrible.
that is.
In other Mississippi news, I think we all sort of knew this, but the poll is out, and if you go to surveymonkey.com, you can look up each state. But in Mississippi, Trump holds a 25-point lead over Biden.
I think that's great, and I think it's going to be even more than that. You know, I think it's going to steadily rise.
Yeah. The closer we get.
I do, and I think that the polls, like we've said before, you can't really tell much about those, you know, up until the last minute. I mean, I just think Trump's going to have a big lead, but what worries me is the mail-in things.
Yeah, who
because
knows?
it worries me, is it going to be fair, you know, or is somebody going to try to do something that they're not
Most
supposed
of
to?
the swing states are tightening now, and it's really tight to where originally they were saying 10, 12-point lead. Now it's within that margin of error, and the excitement is there.
Yeah.
So we'll see.
Did you happen to watch the interview, what's it called, 60 Minutes?
Is that
interview?
the one where he released the video first?
Yeah,
I
did
did
you
not
see that?
watch it. No.
Okay, yeah, I watched that today, and it amazes me how disrespectful people are to the president in the media. I mean, I know you don't like somebody, but still,
It's
you don't
the
have to be
president of the United
disrespectful,
States.
right? And it's just, it was so negative. It was so, every question she asked him was so negative.
Well, see, from what I understand, they were going to release it and cut it up and make it look like he walked out of the interview. So he goes, no. And he released it first, so they couldn't do that.
Yeah, and
he taped it.
I think it's a great idea to have somebody video.
Oh, yeah.
Anytime you get another video that's the full thing. So if somebody does try to cut it, you have it to back it up.
Because you know that happens a lot.
Yeah, I think it was a very smart move.
Now, I know you're still in mourning over 2016 because you were a big supporter, and you were like that lady I saw on TV that night crying when they announced that Hillary just didn't make it.
You know, she was my best friend.
Have you seen this statement where she says she will be sick to her stomach, literally, if Trump wins again?
Yeah, I kind of get sick to my stomach just looking at that picture.
Let me show you the next picture to where this is kind of funny. I had never seen that until this year, but she tweeted this out back in 2016, yesterday, which would have been October the 26th. And I didn't catch it until this morning when we were getting ready to do this. I thought, we got to talk about it. But she tweeted this out that says, happy birthday to this future president. And it's a picture of herself. And history, she didn't get it.
Yeah, she got the cart a little before the horse.
Yes, she did. And every year, social media eats her alive over this tweet that will not go away.
Yeah, I mean, that was just crazy for her to do that. I mean, I know she thought she had it in the bag, and everybody else did too, I think.
Yeah. Yeah, but that tweet will be around forever to follow her.
She was a cute little girl, though. I don't know what happened.
Okay.
She was. She was cute.
Sure. I'm not talking about kids or anything, but, you know. Just, Candace, I told you that was her buddy. Okay, Candace, this next story, I'm going to let you handle everything about this because I think you would probably go buy this product if it's readily available.
Look, I love a campfire. I love it. But, you know, you always end up smelling like the campfire when you're around it and stuff like that. And that's okay. But if I had my choice of, like, scents, it would not be fried chicken. I mean, this is crazy. Well, I don't even know the concept behind this whole thing.
I don't understand the concept, but for 2 years in a row, they've done this strictly online, and it's sold out as soon as it hit online. So Walmart got to thinking, hey.
Yeah.
And now they are the exclusive seller of KFC fire logs. And you smell like chicken. It smells like chicken.
I can't believe they've got him on there. Is he?
Now, they got rid of finger licking good.
Oh, okay.
Because somehow or another, that's not good. Is it because of COVID? Maybe.
Maybe, I don't know. I thought they had taken him off too.
Yeah,
Or they'd taken
made
everything
it.
else.
Everything else is gone, but he's still there. Now,
Yes.
really, because your clothes will smell like that. I love
Yeah.
tater logs, and I stop in Scuba, Mississippi every time I go, and I get me 5 tater logs. But I smell like the tater logs for the next 4 hours.
Yeah, there's a little hamburger place that I love to get stuff from. But you can walk in there for 5 minutes and you're going to come out smelling like greasy French fries.
It's like buying Popeye's chicken, or if you
Yeah.
buy a pizza and you put it in the car with you, it don't go away.
Yeah. But I wonder exactly if that smells like fried chicken, really. You know?
The
I'd buy
logs?
one just to see.
It's tempting, isn't it?
Yeah,
Just to
I
smell
would buy
it.
one. The next time y'all have a get together, I want a KFC.
We put it in that little fire pit out back.
Yeah. Yeah.
We'll go try that. So, Dollar Generals, and this is making national news here. Dollar Generals are everywhere. It doesn't matter what state you go in. They like. Have you seen that thing on YouTube to where they're having a Dollar General meeting and they ask them how many stores they got, and the guy goes, he won't answer, and he goes, they're multiplying.
I mean, I swear, it's like there's one at every red light.
They are.
I mean, every corner, in the middle of nowhere. You know.
Yeah. Turns out they pay less than all the other major retailers. They're paying about $9.68. Dollar Tree is $10. Walmart's at $13.08. But that's where it stacks up there. If you're looking for a price, that's where they start you out at that figure there. A lot of hard-working folks, and I hope that they'll be able to pay them more in the long run.
Yeah.
I do. And I'm sure it all calculates into their prices of what they've got too. But
Right.
think about them. Well, this had to have happened. There's always a gaffe after another. That is the way to word it. Gaffe, isn't that the way?
Yeah, I think that's what they say.
Joe is back on the trail again, and he said we need to stop 4 more years of George.
Now, was this supposedly in the debate?
No, this happened.
Okay, that's what I was saying. You know, I didn't realize.
I put both of them's picture up there because
Okay.
he said it in a one of his stand-up things, and then so Trump heard it. So of course he tweets it out about it. He's making fun of Sleepy Joe and said we need to stop 4 more years, George. And he goes, "Which George? His
Yeah.
daddy or George W?"
I watched one of the rallies, and just recently, and Trump had a big screen up there,
Oh, he has started that.
and he put the whole
fracking.
the fracking thing. I mean, anything that they had said that they didn't say, he made sure he put it up there showing they did say it. You know, and even about his hairy legs.
Oh, that hairy leg thing.
Yeah, the hairy leg comment.
Folks, I don't care if you are a Democrat. You got to admit that was a little freaky.
It was freaky. And then all of a sudden, just out of nowhere, talked about roaches. I mean, where
does it come from?
Where did that even come from? I don't know.
In bigger news, Joe held a campaign rally, and more Trump supporters showed up to the rally than his own people.
Oh,
Did you see
gosh.
that, where they went in with the
No, I
flags,
didn't.
honking the horns?
But
And it
I
was
figured-
more of them than the people that came to see Joe. Bless his heart.
I mean, you know, part of me just, I feel bad for him. I mean, I do.
He shouldn't have.
Because I feel like he's being used.
He's
you
very
know.
much.
But I don't know.
If he were to get it, he would have a limited presidency, and I think everyone knows that.
Yeah.
The clock would be on.
Right.
You brought this up yesterday, and let me move that where everybody can read that, because I didn't know the answer to it when we brought up that it was going to be the highest presidential voter turnout in 112 years. And who was it that ran 112 years ago?
Taft.
Howard Taft.
Right.
That's who it was. So that's the way it was.
Yeah, it was Roosevelt was in office.
Oh, so you say Roosevelt instead of Roosevelt?
Roosevelt, whatever, you know, it's
I'm
two O's, so I say ooh, you know. But anyway, it is 2 O's, right? Roosevelt.
Don't put me on the spot.
It
You know my
is.
spelling.
Anyway, but I think he had decided not to run for a second term,
Right.
and then he fully backed Taft into the election, and Taft, they said, won by a landslide.
So a lot of folks turned out. So anyway, I thought you might want to know who it was, because we did say, well, we got to look it up.
Right.
And this is big news. This happened last night as they finally done this. She's been confirmed. She is your Supreme Court Justice now.
And I'm sure there's a lot of unhappy people in the world of Washington.
Nancy still got a wine glass in her hand this morning, trying to figure out what she's going to do. In this next one, I don't know why this happened. It's a horrible story, and I hate to have this as our last news feature, but it's just horrible of what people will do. And how did I even put this into words? This was out in Las Vegas is where this happened. This guy is in a minivan. He's going down the road and decides he wants to knock over somebody that's riding a bicycle. So he opens the van door, hangs out with his arm to hit her. He hits her, and it throws him out the van. He rolls down the road, hits his head on a lamppost, dies. She dies from him hitting her. They both die.
Just senseless.
Yeah,
I mean, just senseless ignorance.
Yeah, and that's basically what the police said. They said it was complete stupidity that 2 people lost their lives for no reason. But why would you want to do that, to harm somebody minding their own business?
People just don't have any kind of...
There's no morals.
No, yeah.
And then, in my mind, I'm thinking, well, the laws have gotten so lax, they know nothing's going to happen to them, so why not go do it?
Yeah, that's what they think. I mean, they really do. And 9 times out of 10, it doesn't. Anything does not happen to them, so...
But as Johnny Cash once said, don't go writing hot checks down in Mississippi. Do you remember that song?
No, I don't remember that song.
Him and Waylon. There ain't
Scotty Ray,
look,
you're going to have to give me a heads up. I'm going to have to look this stuff up.
Look, the song is There Ain't No Good Chain Gangs.
Okay.
And it talks about don't go writing hot checks down. You're not getting this, are you?
I'm not. You're going to have to let me say, okay, today we're going to talk about this song, and I'm going to look it up, and I'm going to listen to it. And I'm going to say, I know that song. I love it.
You probably don't know this. I mean, you got to be a Waylon fan. Do you like Waylon Jennings?
I did like Waylon Jennings.
Waylon and Johnny got together, and they thought, well, hey, I've been to jail before. Both of us have. Let's write a song.
Okay.
And it was good.
Okay.
And you don't go writing hot chicks. Okay. I'm going to let
Scotty
that
Ray
subject
don't sing
drop.
today. He's going to sing.
I can't even sing by myself, Candace.
I can sing really good in the car and in the shower.
What's your best song can you sing?
Is Crazy. Look,
Patsy?
Everybody that listens to me, I'm sure, or say that, they probably laughing because that's been a running joke for years that if I ever got around to karaoke microphone, I was always going to get up there and sing Crazy by Patsy Cline.
You got another one? What's your backup song?
I don't know. I mean, I like singing, I don't know. I mean,
you know any Patti Loveless songs? Don't look at me like you don't know who Patti Loveless is.
I know who Patti Loveless is, but I mean, I like just country music.
Think
like
about Elvis.
Yeah, I'm not good with that.
Memphis and okay.
Yeah,
that's not your
but
song.
mostly just like Patsy.
Okay. Today I passed you on the street and my heart fell at your feet.
Like when you said something the other night about what was it, Blue Moon of Kentucky?
Blue Moon of
she
Kentucky?
sung that.
Yeah.
I don't know that she was the first one that sang
Bill
that.
Monroe, or as some say, Bill Monroe, sang that. And then, of course, Elvis comes along and he sings and it scares him at the Opry.
Oh, really?
And it was probably one of the greatest versions that ever happened to Blue Moon of Kentucky was Elvis's version. I love that.
Oh, really? Yeah, I haven't heard Elvis's.
Kentucky.
Yeah.
Oh, my gosh. You ain't from Mississippi if you ain't heard.
I haven't heard his version of it. Look, when I watched that movie Sweet Dreams years ago.
Yeah.
With Patsy Cline. It's the best movie. If you've not seen it, you need to watch it.
Okay.
But it's such a good movie, and it has all of her songs in it. And I was just like hooked. I loved her music from then on, and so I had the CD, and that's all I listened to. So.
Did you watch Coal Miner's Daughter?
Mm-hmm.
So
I did.
You
they
know
were friends. Her
yeah, sure.
and Loretta Lynn.
So
were
you know
friends.
all about baloney then.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I do, I guess, because you mentioned that a while back. You asked me about it in one of the segments we did, and I was like, what? Because
Does it click with you now what I'm talking about?
I don't remember that part. I don't.
Okay, we're going.
I've seen Coal Miner's Daughter, but I just don't remember that part.
She just went, I don't know about that baloney. And he was sitting out in the car and he was going, oh my gosh, she's on the radio talking about baloney.
But I still, to this day, I love to listen to Loretta Lynn.
She's a sweetheart. And, they just put up the statue of her outside of the Country Music Hall of Fame in Nashville. A great tribute to her. And she is a lady knowing something.
I mean, she just seems so down to earth.
She is.
I love listening to her and Dolly Parton, and they just seem like down to earth people. I'd love to meet them.
They are. They're sweet people. All right, well, that's all I got to say about music here. I'm going to do a baloney lesson.
Lord.
Thanks for spending part
And
of
I'm
your day with
crazy.
us.
Because I'm crazy half the time.
Oh, have mercy. But thank you. Coming up, we'll recap and give you your extended forecast. And don't forget tonight, you can go out to Dumont Plaza for the kids this afternoon from 4:30 till 6, I believe is when it was. So thanks for dropping by and spending some time with us. Lauderdale County Farm Supply, as we've said, exit 151, easy to find right off the interstate is where you'll find everything you need when it comes to those fall mums, pansies, fruit trees, and a great bargain on those right now at $14.99. They'll be open throughout the weekend on Saturday as well to help you out. Plenty of work boots that are just plain right out comfortable. The Georgia work boot, maybe you're needing some boots to keep your feet dry. They've got those also. We'll feature some of those next week as well. As we go into deer season, we've got the Ameristep pop-up blinds. They're great. You can put this up in no time flat and be hunting right away. If you need a skinning rack, if you need any scents, if you're looking for tinks, they've got all of that for you there in any type of blind material. From deer feeders, from the gravity fed all the way up here to the Moultrie built-in varmint guard. That's electric there to keep those coons and animals off of it, as they say, the critters. Yeah. Also, any type of track nut that you're looking for, from the power station to the sugar beet, to keep it warm with the heaters. Boy, that's a handy thing to have no matter where you are when it comes to hunting, or just regular, whatever you're doing outside, from soccer games to anything that's held outside by that you got to be where it's going to be cool. Deer licks galore there, from molasses all the way up to corn flavored. Deer cameras, whether you're looking for a traditional with the SD card, or if you're looking for the one that sends it directly to your phone where you don't have to go back and check it. Yeah, that's pretty neat too. They've also got the 360. If you haven't used this, you set it up, it turns around, you can operate it from your phone and see what's on the other side. Works within 50 feet of where you're sitting, 50 yards rather, let me take that back. Neat, take pictures, send video with it to whoever you're hunting with. You'll like that, a great invention. And of course, all of your seeds that you may need to get that last minute planting in, they've got that, including from your wheat, your oats, to your ryegrass. They got all that covered for you. And taking care of your animals, your horse and cattle, that's what they started out doing, and they still do that for you, to hogs. All of it there at the Lauderdale County Farm Supply with that newly expanded gun. Yeah, if you need a gun, they've got those along with scopes. Any ammunition you may be looking for as well, they can get it for you at the Lauderdale County Farm Supply. Take that short drive, drop in and see Ron and his friendly staff. They'll help you get loaded up and back on the road to doing work where you need to be to begin with, right? Take a short trip there. As we focus back on weather this morning, again, our forecast calls for 50% chance of rain today. That's going to be after 3 o'clock, late in the afternoon. Our high will reach 82 today, so we're back in the 80s. We're warm. Tonight, we'll increase that to a 70% chance of rain. We'll get a low of about 68, not as cool as it has been. Tomorrow, we roll in with an 80% chance of showers. We have wind gusts tomorrow of about 20 miles an hour, high just below 80, right around that 78-degree mark. Then Wednesday night is when the worst of the weather that will affect us. We'll have about 2 inches of rain moving in, somewhere between 1 to 2, probably on that higher end of that. Gust of 10 to 20, actual sustained winds of 10 to 20 with gust up to 30. I'd gotten so used to saying gust of 20, but we'll have gust of 30, and by Thursday morning things are cooling off, and we have a 40% chance of showers, and by Friday 67, and that storm is gone. But over the next few days now, it's a lot going on with us. Please keep in mind this storm can change just a little bit and change direction. Could be worse for Meridian than what we've got forecasted here already. We'll watch that very closely. And again, as I pointed out, let's go back over and pull up radar here. This is where we're sitting here in Lauderdale County. It takes in parts of Newton County, but when you get down here to Wayne County, this is a tropical storm warning for Wayne County. This is going to be the Laurel, Hattiesburg area here. These two places here are under that. That's just nowhere from here. So it means we're going to get wind and rain with this. We're in this tight loop. Should this eye of this storm move just a little bit back west, it will be worse for the Meridian area. That's where it stands at this point. So we'll watch it very closely. It is on land now. As you look at this coming out of Mexico, when it gets back into these waters here, it will determine which direction and how it turns there. A little east, a little west, it will affect us very heavily. It will come ashore in Louisiana as a Category 1. We do know that. So be very weather cautious over the next few days. I'll keep you up to date as it happens, street by street, up to your doorstep to make sure that you're safe and know exactly what's going on with that. So that's where we are on all of the weather this morning. So keep it in mind as you go about your business. Just something to keep in mind. Our friends out at, you have to drop into Cicalina every once in a while. If you hadn't been to see our friends Steve and Keith in a while, drop in and see them today. They got lawnmowers galore. If you're looking for one this week to take care of all your business there, maybe you need to do some new blades on yours, drop in. They got a service department. Get anything you might need there, from belts and all the way down. If you need a bolt for your lawnmower, they've got that. Of course, if you need a brand new one, they've got them from Exmark as well. Tractors, yeah. Those are handy to have around the farm, isn't it? If you got some bush hogging you need to do, maybe you have a full scale farm. Whichever the case is, they've got cab, which is heated, where you can move that hay around this winter and keep warm. And of course, all of your open cabs with your different horsepowers, with buckets and all. And when it comes to accessories, they got those as well. You can take advantage of the 5 to 6 foot, the Batwing bush hog. Also, all of your discs, your blades to do those driveways, hay forks, and of course your regular forks just to pick up things around the place that are too heavy to pick up by hand. That tractor will do it for you. The Benchy, one of the newest lines that they've got that are made there in Texas that are shipped in. You can check them out from 60 months. You can get that 0% on that Warrior there. With heat, air conditioning, cab there is what I was trying to get out. Electric dump beds, it's great. Go by for a test drive and take a look at all these different styles and colors that you can choose from racing to the dark green. You've got red, you've got white, camouflage, desert, all there. Freeman Tractors, where you'll find them, Highway 494, just off Highway 19 if you're headed out toward the Collinsville area. They want to earn your business and get you to come back and visit with them again. Again, we'll have more coming up with your weather. That's what we do here at Scotty Ray's Weather, on top of everything else of keeping you in the loop of what's going on in the community and nationwide. Again, thanks for spending part of your day with me. I do appreciate that.
Scotty Ray's Weather is brought to you by